Hey guys, this is Josh. Just a quick announcement before the video starts. If you're wondering why I'm in the clubhouse, it's because I couldn't do this product review at home because I have too many freight cars for sale on the layout that I need to start weathering. So that's kind of why I'm down here. And another thing, I realized when doing the unboxing portion of the video that I somehow ended up recording in cinematic, which is something that Videoshop couldn't exactly handle, especially considering it's 7 minutes long. It wouldn't process. So the unboxing portion of the video is probably gonna have to be cut, but the good news is that all the review stuff is still there. It recorded normally. All the review stuff's still there. You get to see the details of the locomotives, the sounds and all that, plus some operations. It's all still there except for the unboxing. So hope you guys stick around and enjoy to watch this ScaleTrains AC44C6M review. So now let's get to the video. Okay guys, I'm sorry about what happened before. I have no idea what happened, but it looks like my phone somehow switched to cinematic when recording this. So I'm gonna just try to zoom in this time so you can get a better view of everything. So I'm just gonna show you the features I noticed earlier. I don't know what the heck happened there. So we're gonna start over here with everybody here. So as you can see there, we got our nice red Mew dummy hose, and if we look closer next to the knuckle here, we have this additional hose right here next to the brake hose, next to that coupler. I don't know if you can see it, but it's in a loop right there next to all the Mew hoses, which I find pretty cool. And like I said earlier, there's our nose light packet right there, but of course Norfolk Southern uses the cab lights. I think that's for fog visibility, but I'm not quite sure. I don't know Norfolk Southern. So like I was saying earlier, there's also this little weird notch right here between the this thing right here and the regular rest of the hood. I'm not sure what that is. It was added during the rebuild, I know that. I'm just not quite sure what it does. We have our nice, I think it's a Norfolk Southern K5LA, but I'm not quite sure. I don't know the horns there. Get off my unit. There's something stuck in there. There we go. I don't know what that was. Anyway, let's check out the back here. See, we've got a different style of handrail right here to accommodate for the ditch lights right here, which is quite neat. I do like that. Okay, I gotta stop dragging this thing around. The hose is on the ground. And on the back here, you can see we got that same little hose next to the air hose, and we got some spare knuckles chilling. Oops, some spare knuckles chilling right here and here. So that's pretty nice. I do enjoy that. So yeah, that's pretty much that for these two beauties. And of course we got our PTC on the top here. I wonder why ScaleTrains didn't release the original gold version of this. Maybe because it's not prototypical, but it's still pretty cool though. I'm gonna check this sucker out now too, and no surprise, it's exactly the same with the accommodation of rear ditch lights, some strange handrails right there. You can sort of see a little glue on the this one right here where my finger was. That's pretty cool. I like things like that. These are some very nicely detailed engines. I'm loving this. This is awesome. That's honestly a hard shot right there. I'm probably going to use this shot for my thumbnail right here. So yeah, without further ado, I'm going to start programming these locomotives, and we're going to test out the sound functions on the track over there in the Bakersfield yard momentarily. I'll be right back, guys. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I am here at the programming track right now, and I'm giving these locomotives addresses. I just gave 4000 my club number, and according to this manual, what you're going to want to remember is that this right here, these models have an ESU Lock Sound 5 decoder that can be on a DC track, which is pretty cool, I'd say, but you know me. That just takes too much power from my layout. So I'm gonna just keep that on DC, and I'm trying to get 4011's address going. But while I do that, I'm gonna fire this thing up. Okay, let's see how this goes when I fire up the 4000. And if I'm correct, button number 8 will start this whole thing up. Yep. All right, good so far. 4000 is sounding lovely. So, as you can tell, because these engines have 7FDL16 motors in them, they do not sound that much different from the Illinois Central-9 that I unboxed just recently. So I'm going to give my old buddy here on the test track in the background here, 4011's on the test track. I'm going to give him my address, but right now I'm going to start with 4000 and see what kind of functions he's got. Okay, so according to the manual, I got to choose a horn and bell, but I'm going to see if they come pre-programmed with any, and then I'm going to try to look at some sort of like, I don't know, a video or something to see what horns that 4000 has now, because you never know. With all these foamers stealing horns and number boards around, you just never know anymore. Alright, so let's start with function 0, which is the lights. Alright, lights are nice and bright. Love that. That's pretty average from ScaleTrains. Love it. So function number 1 should be the bell. Let's see how it sounds. Okay, it's a nice slow bell. I don't know if I want to keep it slow, but maybe I'll stick with it. Prime mover's a little quieter than 2697 if you couldn't tell already. So that is the bell. Now for the big one. Let's see what the horn is. That sounds about right for an S4000 though, actually. And what I really like about this is that, like the BNSF Tier 4 that I unboxed a few months ago, this one actually does activate the bell when you sound off the horn. Like that. Which I really like. So that's just the basic features. I'm going to drag the product manual out and see what kind of other advanced features come in the other forms. We all know that button number 8 starts these decoders. So let me grab the manual here. These things can come in really handy. So what? I'm going to go turn to page 8 in the manual. As you see right here, I'm at page 8 once again. And button number 3 should be the coupler clank. Or it's the brake wheel. Alright, that's close enough for me. The brake wheel sounds nice. We're just going to tie him down right now. We're just going to tie him down. There goes his compressor. That sounds really nice. So let's hit 3 off and, see what we got. I can sort of hear it, but over the compressor, it's not easy to hear. There we go. Okay, so button number 4 should be the dynamic brakes, and according to this manual, it says the models without dynamic brakes go to idle when F4 is on while moving, which I do kind of like. I mean, these definitely have a lot of dynamic brakes. You can see the 3 slats in there for these things. I'm going to have to start moving this thing for the dynamic brakes, I think, because I've never really actually heard ScaleTrains dynamic brakes before. Okay, yeah, I'm going to do it. So let's see now. I'm going to try to move him forward. Takes a long time to start, I think. Oh, that's cool. The independent brakes get released. That's awesome. I don't know if you can hear that faint humming, but that faint humming is the dynamic brakes going. Oh, there they go. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the dynamic brakes. Now I finally know how to activate them on the rest of my engines. Alright, that was awesome. So let's try function 5, which is the DPU lights, which, according to the manual, says toggles head and ditch lights on and off in the leading direction. I love the fact that it reverses. So button number 5 should put the lights in reverse. Yep, just like that. It now has DPU mode. I love this function. I might start using lock sound if I can figure out how to operate it. So as you can see by my controller, if you can, the function is forward. And the lights are in reverse, which I love. I accidentally stumbled across that while running 3707. So that should be that. And function 6 should be the ditch lights. Look at that, those things are bright. Loving this, this is awesome. Button number 7 does absolutely nothing, according to the manual. If you don't believe me, take a look. It does literally absolutely nothing. And of course, button number 8's are start up. Button number 9 says drive hold, but off if F10 is active, which means independent brakes. That's pretty much all my, that's all my, you know, that's all my controllers want to go to. It goes up to function 9, unless there's some sort of feature about the controller I'm missing. But other than that, that's pretty much the basics of the stuff. There's a lot of other functions according to the manual here. There's like a air dryer, number board's off on 14. F16 does absolutely nothing. Oh god, why isn't it? Start, there we go. So like I was saying, we got a lot of good stuff here in the manual. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the functions for me, I think, considering my controller. So I'm gonna get 4011 going, and we're gonna take to the track to see how these locomotives run. I will be right back with that in one moment. I'm about to resume filming of my next episode of Tales of the Sierra Central. These AC44s will make a cameo in it, and I'm about to hook up to my buddy Peter's gensets there. They're really awesome engines. So yeah, I might just show a sneak peek from the episode once I'm done editing it. I do like showing you guys sneak peeks. But yeah.
Hi there. How you doing?
Alright guys, I think that's pretty much going to be my video for today. If you enjoyed it, be sure to like, share, and subscribe, because this is a really good one if you want to get some of these AC44s. So you guys all have a good day. I will see you guys in the next video. Take care, my friends.